Hey everybody, welcome to the Gamma mod pack customization video. This is just a follow-on to the update for the Gamma installation. Link will be down below. So we're going to start with some prep work. Prep work is going to be super simple and easy. So make sure Gamma is updated. So easiest way to do that, click this download Gamma button. And then based on what the Discord says, so if we go over here, we go to announcements. You can see it right here, small update, Gamma add-on, download data, install Gamma add-ons, and then remove the shaders cache folder. So you got two buttons here, depending on what the update is. You'll click one of them. And then if you want to get to your shaders cache folder, all you're going to do is navigate to where you installed Anomaly. Go into here, app data. There should be a shaders. I already deleted it for myself anyway. So you'll go to Anomaly, App Data, and you'll see your shaders cache. And for the rest of the prep work, it's going to be done through Mod Organizer 2. So let's go ahead and navigate back there. Gamma, RZ3. Yes, RC3, and then Mod Organizer. I don't have the shortcut on my desktop. It's right there. And then all you want to do for this, make sure you have the right amount of add-ons, so 335. And you're going to click this button right here to create a backup. Once you have the backup of that, that should be all good. If you want to make sure your save games are okay, go back to your Anomaly app data folder and save games, and you can copy that and just put it somewhere else on your desktop. So I already have my backups in place, so we're good there. So we should be good with this. We'll leave that alone right now, and that's the prep work. So we're going to start with going into the least risky modifications we can do. So for our lowest risk of modifications, there's really two categories. There is things we can do with an anomaly and the game itself. So settings, MCM settings, debug mode, and then there's also options within this mod pack that we have. So I'm going to show you how to use debug mode. You're going to come up here, click on Anomaly Launcher, and run that. It's going to open you up to the default S.T.A.L.K.E.R Anomaly Launcher, which is fine. And then you're going to activate the debug mode checkbox right here, save settings, and hit play. You should get the S.T.A.L.K.E.R Gamma splash screen, or maybe you'll get the Anomaly splash screen. Should be this one. And once you load into the game, you'll get the debug menu. Text prompt, I guess, is the best way to explain it. It basically just tells you, hey, hit this for help. And then the default key to activate your debug menu once you load into game is going to be F7. So I'm just going to let this go ahead and load. And while it's loading, hope that it works, which it did. So I'm just going to adjust the music here, because it is very loud music. And you can see right here, S.T.A.L.K.E.R Gamma, debug mode, press F1 for help. Boom. You get your help screen. So if you want to start your debug mode, hit F7. And then there's some other stuff in there. Now, like I said, you're going to have some options spread out between your settings menu, such as your stealth kills, progression difficulty, and gameplay difficulty are only once you load into the game. But you're also going to have various MCM settings that you can change. Definitely go and explore all those. And then for the last of the low risk, you actually have some stuff that is within the mod pack itself. For instance, visuals. If you wanted aggressor reshade, boom, it's right there. If you wanted optional mods, there's some right here. Personally, I like using Trader Overhaul, but that's something you have to be aware of, is there's specific steps for that. So for Trader Overhaul, for instance, what I do is I activate Trader Overhaul, but then you have to go down to here. And if you want to see how I did that, all you do is click on the mod, and it'll tell you what it overwrites. and you need to disable gamma economy. Now, I also disable gamma no BAS injection. So I like having guns and armor in my store. That's one way to go about getting that. There's a couple of other ways to do that. So that's one of the optional mods. You also have newly added add-ons, so you can play around with these. There is good add-ons with issues and bugs. So for instance, I use companion inventory, quick companion teleport because they like to block me in, and dynamic NPC wear the armor you give them. So there's a couple of different things there. There's also some useful ones like stutter fix, and these are all within gamma fixes. So that's a good thing to go and check out, is the gamma fixes. There's quite a few mods in here that can help you out. So we're going to go into the next level of modding, which is slightly riskier, but it just depends if you know what you're doing or not, and that is just adding simple add-ons. So for the simple add-ons, there is one other thing you can do here, because by default, all of your add-ons that you're going to add are going to come into this gamma disabled folder. So let me move these up into the new add-ons. Or let me get rid of new add-ons, rather. And I'll show you how to make that to where it can be separate. So all you're going to do is you're going to right-click here. You're going to do Create Separator, and I'm just going to say Custom Add-ons, let's say. Boom, it's going to create a category here. I'm going to put that above Gamma Disabled. Don't use anything from Gamma Disabled. It is prone to break your game. So some of the ones that I like are Companions Won't Jam and Down, right? So I'm going to move all of these into my Custom Add-on Separator. Boom, got all of my handy-dandy things. And one of the interesting little super low threat add-ons to do is Skills Expansion. I personally like it. Doesn't overwrite anything, you can see as we click on it. I haven't used the Solarance JSRS, so I don't know where that came from, but it's there. Hip V is also another really easy one. And if you want to actually install add-ons, because you can see I've already had these installed, but you would just go to install mod. And let's just put back in, where is it? Hip V 2.6. So you can see here, this has a Bane package. Bane package is kind of like FOMod from Skyrim, and it gives you different options you can choose. So I'm going to cancel that because I've already got it. And I'm going to remove my golden autumn retexture. And I'll show you how that works. So if we want to install mod, we're going to look for golden autumn retexture. I'm going to choose my options here. So I'm going to be using bright green and green, yellow, red for the grass and trees. Boom. It's going to automatically go into disabled, which is fine because we can just drag it up to here. I think you can also just drag custom add-ons down, and that should help it. You can see I accidentally swapped over the stuff. It seems to have borked that. Ah, here's where all my stuff is. For some reason, it's all down here now, or right here. So I'm just going to take these, put them back into Gamma Disabled, and I'm just going to leave it like this. Just don't do what I did and accidentally replace your stuff. So, but that's all you need to do. If you're worried about if a simple add-on is going to break something, you can click on, for instance, Expedition, and once it's enabled, you can see what it overwrites. So just remember you have to enable it to see what it overwrites. And yeah, that's really it for the simple add-ons. So we're going to go over to how I'm going to actually go about doing autumn retexture and how I'm going to do my own Expedition reshade. So for the retexture, all I'm going to do is activate it. I'm going to see what it overwrites. So I'm going to get rid of dead bushes. I'm going to get rid of Gardener of the Zone. And then just off personal experience, I know that there's already an autumn retexture in the pack, so I'm going to disable that. So that's just like that next level of risk. Just, you know, you might break something if you don't know what's already in the mod pack, and you can easily ask questions on the Discord. They'll get to you. For the reshade, I'm using Expedition 2.1. So Expedition 2.2 overwrites a lot more things than what it's supposed to. So let me go to my downloads real quick, and I'll show you the Expedition 2.2 graphics only. Boom, we'll install that real quick, and I want to show you how you can go about troubleshooting. So if I activate this, I'm going to get a shaders compilation failed. That's just how it's going to be. I've seen what it does, right? So if I look at the different things that these two overwrite, you can see Expedition 2.2 overwrites a lot more mods than what 2.1 did. So I'm sure that there's a way to get 2.2 to work. I just haven't bothered to try to get it to work. But I know 2.1 works based on experience and actually launching it. But also, you can just see here, it's clear as day, 2.2 is overwriting a lot more things that use those shaders. So I'll just have Expedition 2.1 for now. I don't have a link to it. I don't know if Expedition 2.1 graphics only is still available anywhere. But good luck if you want to try doing the reshades. Just keep in mind, if you start messing with reshades, you're going to get some errors if it overwrites the wrong things. And that's really it for that. Next level of modding is fairly simple, but complex all at the same time. So we'll jump to that section. This is going to be like a varying risk level of, it depends on what file you edit. So let's go ahead and talk about the next level, which is file editing. So for the last section, and it can possibly be the riskiest or not, is going to be file edits. So one of the example mods we're going to use is the health system. I don't personally like the fact that medkits don't give you post heals, right? So I'm going to go to BHS is what it's called, or body health system, sorry. A lot of people call it BHS for short. So right here, high priority mods, body health system. Now the reason why I'm highlighting body health system, right? We know that that's in a high priority. Is I want to see what all overwrites this. So I can see we've got a couple of things. And the last thing in the list doesn't have anything to do with your health. So we'll just go to the next one. No, that's just UI stuff. And we got starter items, not broken. Medications balance. That sounds like it has something to do with health, right? So based on personal experience, once again, I had to go and find how to do this. I'm going to open this in Explorer, and it's going to give us the mod right here. And I'm going to go into game data, I'm going to go into scripts, and I'm going to go to player injuries. And based on research that I did beforehand, I know that I need to change easy healing to true. If easy healing is enabled, you won't need to use post-healing items. First aid items will restore blue health. Cool. So I'm going to save that. And boom. Just like that, post-healing should work. If it doesn't work, then you would just go down the list. Okay, what else is using this script that I need to change? So that's a really low-level risk example. You can get into higher risk depending on what files you're working with. But definitely use the tools at your disposal, which is just clicking on an add-on that's enabled. Hey, what does this overwrite? What overwrites it? So definitely do that. And you should have a semi-easy time customizing it. Like I said, go and explore those MCM settings. There's a lot of stuff you can do, from drop chances, drop conditions. You can enable mutants that aren't used anymore, like bibliotecars, which are basically librarians from Metro. So definitely go and check out those settings. And I'm glad that I could at least bring you this guide so you can see just about how I do it. And yeah, that's really it. So you guys have a good one, and I hope you enjoy the customization guide. I wish you luck because, man, does it get frustrating. If you think the install was frustrating, I know some of the comments have definitely expressed that. Wait till you start getting into customizing it, and you don't know what went wrong. Best practice to do for that: enable things one at a time. Don't just enable a bunch of stuff and then the game crashes and you don't know where to start. Definitely explore what's already in the mod list. Like I said, you can find that stutter fix just in gamma fixes. Boom, turn this on if you stutter. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it does. You can find all sorts of things in here. One of my favorite ones is going to be NPCs can't see through foliage, if I can find it. But that was one of them, unless they updated it, and hey, who knows. So, but that's all I've got, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll see you around next time.